was a sight for my soul.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another X-Plane 11 video. We're on the ground here at Bantry in County Cork. We're going to be flying up to Shannon Airport, County Clare. Our flight is going to take us over Kerry, Limerick, and then on into Shannon Airport itself. We're flying VFR, and we're using real-world weather generated by the sim. So it's giving us broken clouds at 10,000. Visibility is more than 10 miles, and it's a 5-knot wind bearing 30 degrees. Our flight time is going to take about an hour. It's VFR, so we're going to go down through our pre-flight, get the plane ready to go, and enjoy the sunrise out of County Cork. So we're back in the Cessna 172 from Laminar Research. I kind of still like this plane. Like, you know, there's other ones that we could be flying. In the next couple of videos, we might change it up a bit. You know, have some Pipers there, and we've some of the bigger jets as well. So we'll see how we go with this. I'm enjoying it so far. We're going to go through our pre-flight, get the plane in a state that we're ready to move with, taxi on out of here, and start our flight. Okay, so we've completed our exterior checks. So we're going to come down here now. The fuel selector onto both tanks. Our shut off can go in. Parking brake is on. Turn on our batteries. Get our fuel indication, and our amp meter comes up straight away. Turn on our beacon lights. So we're going to go with our fuel now. So mixture can come in. Throttle about a quarter cracked. And when we turn on our fuel pump, we'll see the fuel flow starting to rise. Once it starts leveling, we can lean, and then we turn off the pump again. Fuel pump on. It levels. We'll lean and off. So we're going to make sure that the proper area is clear, and we can select mags to both and then turn the starter. So we'll keep it at about 1000 RPM. We can lean the mixture until our EGT rises, which it has. Our oil temperature and pressure will rise. Looks like a good start on our engine. So our avionics can come on. And we're going to bring up the GTN again. So we're going to go direct to mode. We're going to pick Shannon. Echo India November November. We can activate that. We're going to edit our flight plan. We're going to drag us up over Kerry. Where's Kerry? That'll do us. GPS mode is on. Check our annunciator panel. Everything's reading okay. We'll take that. Okay, so nav lights can come on, strobes on, our pitot heat can come on, and we'll get our taxi lights on. Drop a degree of flaps. Check our pitch trim is set for takeoff. All looks well, so we're just going to taxi out here in front. We'll do our mag test here then as well. Short runway. It'll be fine. Okay, we can set our park brake. And we can increase our throttle here to 1700. Mixture can go to ridge. So what we're looking for here is when we select each mag, be it the left or right, we should get a drop of about 150 RPM. Left mag okay, back to both. We'll check the right mag. Back to both is good. Cut the throttle, make sure the engine doesn't stall. And it looks good. Okay, so lights can come on there for our landing lights. Transponder rather can go to altitude mode. So we're good to go. Advance the throttle, power is set. Looking for 60 knots. There's a hell of a crosswind here. Feeling every bit of this. So right rudder the whole way down. Approaching 60 knots. Gently come back up on the throttle, on the yoke. There we go. We're going all right. Nice bit of wind hitting us. It's only at 5 knots, so like it shouldn't be that bad. Goodbye, Bantry. It has been fun. Bring our flaps back in. Increase our speed, and we're going to be climbing up to 3,000 feet. We'll be banking to our left here. We'll be pretty much heading in a northerly direction. I'll actually show you the terrain on this now as well. So we go back and go into, not that one, back into terrain. So you can see, so the yellow will be cautionary, the red would be danger. So as we climb, the red should kind of dissipate. So we're pretty much going to be heading this direction on up to Kerry. There's some mountains here to cross. We'll go back into our terrain mode for this. A little bit bumpy with the wind, but we should be okay. A little bit bumpy, but nothing we need to worry about. We can go down to our little autopilot here, turn nav mode on. Vertical speed, we're going to keep this guy at about 500 to 600 feet a minute. We can ease off the controls. Speed is looking good, about 100 to 110 knots. Just coming up over 2,000 feet now. So if we go back into this guy, we can check where our terrain is at. So at the moment we should be fine. Once we get up to 3,000, we'll just double check this, which is going to be ahead of us. But at the moment we're looking good. So yeah, so with the Cessna, I have the Airfoil Labs Cessna as well. It's just got an update actually. It's at, I think it's 1.4 now. So the flight characteristics are a little bit better in it. Well, they're a lot better in it. The flight model and how it works and stuff. So we might use that in a couple of days' time in a different video, just to kind of break it up a little bit. I still quite like this Cessna. I mean, I think it's it's for a stock plane that comes with the program. It's you're going to find it hard to beat this, you know. I mean, it follows the walk around checks, the pre-flight, it's fairly good. Like, it has almost everything in it. As we're approaching our 3,000 now, we can slow down the rate of ascent. Bring our throttle back a small bit, bring our mixture back as well. So straight to Kerry and then on into Shannon. altitude hold. I reckon we might have to do a bit more climbing, or we might just go around this to one side. But yeah, so with the GTN, it's really handy. I mean, you can zoom in, you can find out what's going on at whatever airport. You get a layout of the airport, runway numbers, direction, the whole lot. So I like it. So we're on course. We'll just double check our terrain again. We have a caution, which is that mountain there ahead of us at 3,000. I'd say we'd be alright. We might just kind of go around to the left a small bit and see what's doing. Okay, bring our RPM back another little bit. Keep our speed at about 100 to 110 knots. EGT is looking good. So again, we're using Ortho 4 XP for our ground scenery, ground textures. That's all default mesh. It looks good, like it's, you know, it's fairly decent. I remember with the FSX you had to buy, you know, you could buy ground textures, which were done as well by I don't know, Google Maps or Bing Maps or one of them. But like, you know, they were like 4 or 5 years old when they released them. Ortho 4 XP is free, and you know, as soon as there's updates done to the imagery, you just download them and away you go. So it's I highly recommend them. It's very, very good. Right, so as we're flying up over the mountains here, we'll go to a couple of scenic shots just to give you guys a view of this nice part of the country, and we'll come back to you just as we're coming over Kerry. Okay, so just passed over Kerry Airport, still at 3,000 feet. Our distance now is about 36 nautical miles up into Shannon Airport. Our approach in takes us across the bay. We'll make a small adjustment here just to make our landing a little bit easier, and that'll get us in line then with our runway. So the main terminal in Shannon is just here. Shannon Airport, it's not as busy as it used to be. It was a very important airport back in its day. You know, it handled so many transatlantic flights, mainly from Europe into the US and back again. Like, it has one of the longest runways, I think, in Europe, and it was an emergency backup for the space shuttle as a landing runway. So there's a lot of history with Shannon. You can still, you know, there's still a couple of flights out of there. A lot of the US bound traffic goes there. Ryanair, Aer Lingus, they all operate out of there. You know, they have a decent air show every year. It's Shannon's pretty cool. So what we'll do, we'll go back into our trusty GTN and we'll have a look at some of the features here. So our utilities. So our mode is point to point. Our current position heading over to Shannon gives us our lat long position. Distance to our destination is 29.5 nautical miles. We're about 19 minutes away flight time. So we can go in now and have a look at our flight timers. 27 minutes in the air so far. Departure time is 07:35. Current airspeed is 96 knots, outside temperature 10 degrees. Total airspeed, wind speed 8 knots. Headwind component, wind direction. We do have procedures heading into Shannon as well. Visual 06. So this will show us the approach. Don't need to go into that. Runways, hard surface. Okay, so we're on our approach here into Shannon. We can start our descent now. Bring our little GTN here. So far so good. Still a little bit bumpy and shaky, but it's okay. We'll be crossing this bay then over to Shannon. So bring our throttle back a little bit. Vertical speed, select, and we can go down 200 feet per minute. The weather's not too bad, like that wind, I don't know, like it's, you can see it here. Actually, can you get weather on this? Get it on this. So see like your cloud cover and stuff. Cloud satellite. Clouds and rain. But the wind, like, I mean, you know, it's gusting 8 to 10 knots. It's a bit of a shake in the plane, but you know, it's okay. Harveys and stuff down here. So we'll descend to about 1500 feet and we can make our approach straight into the runway. A nice gentle descent. Coming in, that's the River Shannon there ahead of us. Tips on out then out to the Atlantic. we can start making out the airport here to the mist. That's runway 06. Terminals and stuff over there on the right hand side. So we plan to land on the runway, take our first exit, cut across. There's general aviation parking here and also at the very top as well. So we have our PAPI lights here, either side of the runway. 4 white indicating that we are a little high. But we'll correct that now once we turn on to our final. Keeping your speed in and around 65 knots in our descent. Always add a small bit of power if you need it, just to fight off a little bit of that, little bit of the wind. Excuse me. As we come up over the over a bit of land, we'll have a slight change in the wind speed. It affects us a little different over water. Trying to fight the wind here a little bit. Speed looks good. Rate of descent looks good. Take our first exit here. Flaps can come in. I'm not quite sure the way the wind is hitting the aircraft, you're going to get this constant swaying left to right. It's a bit of a pain in the ass because it's more wind shear that you'd feel. That you'd have to contend with, but like it wouldn't be a constant rocking. And usually, like you can kind of trim to adjust for it. But yeah, it is what it is. So, welcome to Shannon Airport. This is another freeware scenery from the X-Plane.org website. It's just been updated as well, I think. But it's very, very good. It looks pretty much spot on to what Shannon is. And I fixed that problem with the tractors. There was again, I found it on the X-Plane reality.org on the forums. Some wizard came up with a solution for it. The problem was actually caused by one of the Aerosoft sceneries, Salveboard, I think it's called, or Slavboard, I can't remember which one. But it kind of had this object file that kind of, you know, it was mastered to everything else, and that would automatically load in, and you'd have nothing but tractors all over the shop. But yeah, we since got rid of that, so there's no big tractors sitting around the place, which is cool. That'll kind of do us. Okay, so parking brake can come on, taxi lights off, pitot off, strobes off. Avionics now can come off, and we can bring our mixture back to idle. Engine out, mags off, beacon and nav lights can come off, and batteries can go to off. And there we have it. Welcome to Shannon Airport. That's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. We will start from Shannon on our next video. We're going to head up to Sligo. We might change out the aircraft as well, just to mix it up. So if you have any questions, comments, opinions, please leave them in the section below. And if you like this video, give us an L thumbs up, and I hope you can subscribe to the channel. See you guys soon, and thanks for watching.